Phil Twyford there, the Transport Minister. As Housing Minister at 5:15, he coined the phrase swamp house to describe the Papakura house that you will know very well if you've been tuning into Checkpoint the last few nights. The owner of that house has been given 10 days to fix all the issues with his property or face a fine of up to $200,000. Auckland Council today deemed the home insanitary, serving 10 days' notice to the landlord, Arvin Raj. And alongside that, the government is now investigating Mr Raj and his property and considering whether to take him to the Tenancy Tribunal on behalf of the tenants. Our reporter Zac Fleming and our cameraman Nick Monroe were there this morning when Tenancy Services, a branch of the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, paid a visit.
Two investigators first thing this morning.
They've got told by their bosses in Wellington to drop everything in that this is their priority.
That's Swamp House tenant of almost 2 years, Dawn Robbie. Tenancy Services compelled to act, shocked by what they saw on Checkpoint on Wednesday night. Stormwater pipes that unload under Dawn's home, creating an ankle-deep swamp that makes the house mouldy and damp, and blocked drainage which makes the yard an unusable swamp.
I think that's why we're getting, my daughter's getting bronchitis at 10 months old, and this is the third time she's got it. I've got strep throat, which is like a festive mosquito, a rat for things that just enjoy living in shit. No offence, but this is literally how it feels.
Dawn, a stay-at-home mum, lives there with her partner Cameron, a roofer who works full-time, and their 2 daughters, 10 months old and 3 years old. They pay $520 a week for what the Housing Minister Phil Twyford described on Wednesday as
absolute disgrace. We're treating this as a very serious allegation and giving it a priority as an investigation.
Tenancy Services Head of Compliance, Steve Watson. Investigators spent 2 hours at the property this morning.
What we may consider doing is taking civil action if we believe the matter was serious enough.
Alongside that, Auckland Council has issued the landlord, Arvin Raj, with an insanitary notice, meaning he has 10 days to fix the issues. And remedial works may force the family to move out, so today they're desperately trying to find a new rental. And because that's so urgent, they've been advised to get rid of their dog to bolster their chances of securing one.
My dog is family too, and I need security too. I need to know that my kids and me are going to be safe while my partner's at work, and I'm not going to have that anymore.
The landlord, Arvin Raj, has repeatedly refused interview requests since Wednesday. When we visited his family home yesterday in nearby Manurewa, we were sworn at and the police were called. Mr Raj's lawyer yesterday told us his client was fixing the problem.
I am attending to all matters that needs to be fixed.
But Dawn says she hasn't heard from Mr Raj since Tuesday and no workmen have been on site.
Arvin Raj, I honestly believe if you're watching this, I hope you feel sorry. I hope you didn't apologise this whole week, and I pray to God that you honestly feel sorry, because at the moment I honestly think you don't care. You don't care about my family, you don't care about my dog, you don't care about the consequences of what families and tenants have to go through to get into a healthy new home because you chose to not protect your investment. And I personally blame you, and I'm definitely going to hold you accountable because I'm very upset. Just the fact that I'm losing my family dog over this.
The Housing Minister says he didn't direct Tenancy Services to investigate, but is pleased that it is.
There is no excuse for people being kind of forced to live in conditions like that in New Zealand in the 21st century. And I'm glad that the officials have intervened. And I'm committed to making sure that we change the laws around renting and the standards of rental housing to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again.
And Tenancy Services says it will be contacting Mr Raj in the coming days, as well as other agencies.
Such as council and other regulators who might have an interest in this, and we will endeavour to involve them and do a joint investigation if that's appropriate.
And if Mr Raj doesn't fix the issues within 10 days, he can be fined up to $200,000 and $20,000 for every day the issues continue after that. For Checkpoint, Zac Fleming.